Weather emergencies are among the most common risk events that organizations face. From hurricanes to heat waves, tornadoes, or floods, they require organizations to make immediate decisions that affect business operations and employee safety. In this video, we're going to look at how you can use Visual Command Center to anticipate risk and be proactive in a weather emergency. Visual Command Center is enterprise risk visualization software. It alerts you to risk events that threaten your assets, helps you to assess the risk posed by them, and empowers you to act to protect your employees, facilities, and operations. Let's start with alerts. The Visual Command Center map brings together things you care about, like your buildings, travelers, and supply routes, with potential threats, things like natural disasters, terrorist strikes, hazmat situations, and disease outbreaks. These threats include destructive weather events like hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, and flooding. When one of these potentially threatening events occurs near one of your assets, it automatically alerts us here in the Alerts panel. When you click on an alert, you get details about the threat, including safety advice from the National Weather Service, and a list of your assets that might be affected. This information also goes by email to contacts that you designate. Once you've been alerted to a potential risk, you can use Visual Command Center to assess the potential impact. For this demonstration, we're going to use some data we saved from Hurricane Sandy in 2012. What you're seeing is the storm as it looked at that time. For a hurricane, Visual Command Center displays both the storm track and this impact plume, which is the potential area of destruction. By knowing when it's coming and where it's likely to go, we can develop a picture of the risk facing our organization. Now let's assess the data further to determine which facilities and supply routes are likely to be affected by this event. Right now, this list and chart show all of my facilities that are visible in the current map view. But I can right-click on the hurricane plume to create a query that isolates just the facilities that are at risk. And you can see that Visual Command Center has automatically aggregated the data to show me how many employees and how much square footage is threatened. I also have some other data sources available to help me assess the situation, including live and forecast weather feeds. I can also zoom in and check on local conditions by using the traffic overlay and the live traffic cameras. So far, everything I've shown is out-of-the-box functionality. Now we're going to look at one of our add-on resources. Twitter is really useful for monitoring local conditions and picking up information that hasn't yet shown up on more official channels. With the add-on Twitter module, Visual Command Center can visualize and alert on tweets that contain keywords like power out or storm. Here I have some tweets we saved from the Sandy storm emergency. This is similar to the way Visual Command Center visualizes live tweets. You can view them on the map and the timeline and read the content of individual tweets. In a weather emergency, this gives you a way to see what people are reporting in their neighborhoods. Depending on your configuration, you can filter the tweets by category or time, or search for relevant phrases like flooding or road closed. There's intelligence built into the search, so if I searched for flooded, for example, I'd also get tweets containing floods and flooding. Once you've assessed a threat, Visual Command Center offers some options for taking action. For example, you could select this impact plume or draw your own polygon to select all of the assets in the area. Then, using the built-in tools, you could send a message to contacts at all of your threatened assets. Or you could use the export tool to create a report to communicate the potential impact of the event to others. In just a few minutes here, Visual Command Center has alerted us to a severe weather risk, helped us assess the threat, and enabled us to act to protect people and property.